really have to make that determination of which test is going to be better for you.
No.
The high school, and there's a code on there. That code takes a month.
What? But not anymore. So, like for example, do you want to tell somebody to make sure test free practice?
I don't know.
Awkward, who is present and accounted for. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules. I know there's a big football game later and a Bruins game and some other things going on. We promised to get you out of here. What time did we promise to get you out of here? By 8 o'clock. That's the last session. My name is Steve Nugent. I'm one of the guidance counselors. I want to say thank you to Debbie Conti, Diane Stevens, Barbara Whidden, and a cast of thousands of the PIC committee who helped us organize tonight's evening. So thank you, girls, for organizing everything. I also want to introduce the guidance staff prior to them leaving to go to their rooms and prepare for your visit. So first things first, we'll talk a little bit more in depth. We were able to bring one of our guidance counselors on full time. We've had a little bit of a shift with the alphabet since the start of the year. Those are things we can talk to you about differently. There's some students who are affected, not many, but just so it's not a huge surprise. A through CON, all juniors, last name A through CON, work with Katie Hebert. That's Katie. COO through GI, that is Mrs. Bowles. GL through LI is our newest addition, Mrs. Regato. LO through PA is Mrs. Francis. PE through R is me. And S through Z is Mrs. Ryan. Mrs. Ryan is finishing up her basketball practice and will be joining us momentarily. A couple things. The reason why we do this tonight, guys, so girls, if you want to hang or head, it's up to you guys. We're offering 3 opportunities to see a bunch of different things. So there has to be a little bit of choice for you guys tonight. Kind of figure out what's important to you. We've been doing a lot of soul searching and guidance and how do we convey the message of such a serious topic, but give it, put it in perspective. There's a lot of research being done by our departments and by a lot of other high school guidance staff. And how do we help with this process, but also put it in perspective in that there are many, many different schools. I know it sounds cliche, but if your son or daughter wants to go to college, there's an opportunity that awaits them at a perfect fit or a close to perfect fit. What I encourage every student, whether they're here or not, and every parent here or not, to do is to put this whole process, these next 12 months in perspective. Typically, we don't mention the phrase I just stated, and tonight's a bit of a frenzy. You're going to leave a little overwhelmed, there's no doubt about it. Our goal is not to overwhelm you, the goal is to try to inform you and help you. Some students and some families have the ability to hire an outside support staff, support system, where they can help them get through the college process. We've got a lot of talented people in our community. I happen to believe that we've got a very talented guidance staff, and most, if not all, questions that you have can be answered by our staff. So please just put this whole process in perspective. There's a book I shared at Christmas with the guidance staff, and the title of the book is "Where You Go Is Not Who You'll Be," and it really just puts in perspective all these amazingly talented people from all these different Fortune 500 companies and other places, and the places they went, and the lower number of Ivy League schools and different things like that. And really, the whole message is really, let's find the right fit for your son or daughter. Let's not try to think about names of schools. There's different factors that go into making the decision that you guys are all going to be making. Take it all in. See some schools. Figure out whether it's a big school or a small school, close to home, far away, whether they want to play sports, whether food is the major decision that they chose that school or not. That's okay. There's a whole cast of the different reasons why you may want to choose a school, but make sure it's a good fit for you, and it's not just because of the name of the school. Yes, there's no doubt there are something to be said for some schools that have legacies and the opportunity to network and get jobs right out. However, again, our research is showing that there's another side to that coin. So really, again, we encourage you to take the information in tonight, see what's important to you, and try not to get overwhelmed. If you do, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or your student's guidance counselor directly. We'll try to talk you off the ledge, okay? So tonight, we're gonna, I hope everyone has an agenda. If you don't, please grab one on the way out. So the way it works is our first session is gonna start in about 11 minutes, okay? Each session is 30 minutes long. There's 5 minutes passing between each session, just like the kids do during the school day. Don't be late for a session, you'll have credit reduction. The first session starts at 6:20, goes till 6:50. 5 minutes passing, 6:55 to 7:25, and then 7:30 to 8. You have to choose 3. Here's what we're offering. The College Search, that's offered by Ms. Hebert and Ms. Regato. That's going to take place in the cafeteria, all 3 sessions. So you don't have to, you just have to attend it once, if you want to attend it at all. Standardized testing. That's going to be in room 1036 with Meg Francis. And we brought in someone from Kaplan Test Center, Sherry Brass, who's a friend of ours who we've been working with for many years. So that's in room 1036. So up the hall, take a right. That's offered all 3 sessions. The Naviance program is going to be offered by Mrs. Ryan in room 1065, not 64. So that's the one change on your, there's plenty of signs, even if you don't write it down, you can't miss it. So it's the door right next door to it. So it's actually in room 1065, not 1064. Again, that's offered all 3 sessions. The application process, if you want to start there, it's going to be right here in the auditorium with Mrs. Coles, all 3 sessions. I'm going to skip to the bottom. The gap year opportunities, I believe, all 3 sessions, that's going to be up in 10:15. Okay, and then I will be running a session in room 1035 for students and families that are thinking about college athletics. It's only going to be offered session 1, just because we don't have a large number of student athletes typically. It gets bigger each year, but right now we're just going to do it session 1. So if that is something you want to hit tonight, you've got to go there first because it won't be offered session 2 or 3. Okay? I have a couple of seconds for a couple of quick questions. Anything for clarifying? Yes, sir.
These other sections being recorded, so hopefully somewhere.
Yes. So, thank you for asking that. So every session tonight will be recorded. Surprise, Sarah. The other guy. I didn't ask for permission. I'm begging for forgiveness afterwards to my staff. So they're all going to be filmed, yes, and they will be available. We'll provide them as links on the website, and they'll be shown also in the local cam station. Okay? Anybody else with a quick question? Mrs. Conti, do you think I forgot something? No. Yeah, so each session has a handout. And guys, listen again, this could be, you know, it'll be what you make of it. So put everything in perspective. We've tried to really, as opposed to giving you like the A to Z, we're trying to focus on maybe, you know, A through L and spend a lot of time on maybe A, C, and D. Something like that. We're just trying to give you a little appetizer tonight, get the ball rolling. This is really an opportunity for you to kind of just start having that conversation, you know, in the car, at dinner, different opportunities like that, okay? So after my session 1, I'm going to be located just outside of the guidance office. So if you have any individual questions, as each student is maybe a little bit different from the next, please don't hesitate to stop by outside of guidance after session 1, okay? Again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. You now have 8 minutes to get to your first session. Have fun.